Yes. Et salut à tous les amis, et comme prévu déjà de retour pour vous jouer des jolis tours, c'est loul5100 pour ce premier live d'Hitman 3. J'espère que vous allez tous bien, on continue la collecte, et puis sachez que Hitman Absolution sera aussi fait, il y a également des missions secondaires en histoire, enfin il y aura tout, les 7 péchés capitaux avec toutes les missions que ça contient, les missions spéciales, le patient zéro, tout sera dans cette playlist, ainsi que les missions bonus, les amis. Donc on a encore de quoi bien se marrer avec l'agent 47. Mais là, on parle d'Hitman 3. On vient de finir le 2. Et franchement, l'histoire est très sympa, je trouve. Et à l'époque, quand c'était sorti, j'ai même pas suivi qu'il y avait un scénario. Moi, je faisais n'importe quoi dans l'émission. Et puis voilà, c'était le but du jeu. Let's go! Let's go. Il y a moyen qu'on ait un petit récap du 2 d'ailleurs là.
Agent 47 and Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins working for the ICA. Unknowingly, they have been hired by a shadow client to target a number of operatives of Providence, a secret organization working in the highest echelons of power. Providence's controller, the Constant, approaches Diana and makes her a deal. Eliminate the shadow client and learn about 47's past. But when 47 discovers that the shadow client is Lucas Gray, his lost childhood friend, he and Diana switch sides to fulfill an old pact. Destroy Providence. Together, they manage to capture the Constant, forcing him to reveal the identities of the 3 Providence partners. Eliminate them, and the war would be over. However, the Constant has an ace up his sleeve.
Voilà, histoire de se remettre dans le bain pour ceux qui débarquent. Et première mission sur le toit du monde, c'est maintenant.
Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the seats of power. A hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets. To use and throw away. To do the unthinkable. The unforgivable. And it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back.
Ok, et ben allez, c'est parti, jouer. Ça cut brutalement, j'ai pas compris. 2 cibles. À Dubaï, ok.
Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway. You will find Marcus Stuyvesant near the building's signature art installation. While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert. Mr. Gray is already in position and ready to assist. Good luck, 47.
47, come in. 47, do you copy?
I'm here.
Are you in position?
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there.
Excellent. On a que la corde de piano. Oh, ça va donner. C'est mortel.
47, use your camera and scan the lock, will you? I think I can override the Windows controls from here.
Je crois que c'est la première fois qu'on utilise ce truc.
I'm in position.
47, the inauguration is taking place close by. Once you've infiltrated it, get your bearings. I'm sure there must be floor plans somewhere.
Understood.
We need absolute focus on this one. If Ingram and Stuyvesant are alerted to our presence, we may lose them for good. We are so close, 47.
Don't worry. They're not going anywhere.
Ok. Là, il n'y a rien à récup. Je sens que ça va être tant d'axes. Oh.
Welcome.
On va monter les escaliers.
Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. How lovely to see so many familiar faces here today. This has been a dream of mine for a great many years. And as all of you know, I am from one of the less privileged sides of the respectable
Magnifique.
But with a small loan from my father, I soon built up a construction empire that was worthy of the great Al-Ghazali legacy. So, I would like to thank my cousins, without whose friendship and influence this achievement might not have been possible. Thank you. I'm proud to yet again immortalize our great family name. But most importantly, this building is for all the people of as today, the tallest building in the world.
Hello, sir.
Hope you're enjoying your day.
Des pièces de monnaie, apparemment, il va m'en falloir un paquet pour faire diversion. Hein. Il y a une intrigue là. Ok.
Listen, I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot.
Intrigue dévoilée. Allez, on part là-dessus.
It looks like the staff area could provide you with a viable route to the server room.
That's kind of you. But I have a meeting.
Oh, Yoo-hoo, can I come?
No, Lucy. This is a private matter. Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle. Have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My aunt.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back to New York.
Allez, lui, voilà. Arrête ça tout de suite. Et lui, il a pas de carte pour... Il a pas de carte. Peut-être que lui, il a une carte.
Wait a minute. Come on. This is just great.
Oui, t'as une carte, toi. Voilà, c'est juste que j'avais pas eu le bon. Yes.
There's quite a bit of security here. One moment. You ready for some more fresh air, 47?
Allez. Il faut que j'aille en bas, je crois. Hein. C'est ça. Alors j'ai vu que c'était par là, hein, je regarde des fois que... Il y a des trucs à ramasser. Comme là-dessus par exemple. Marteau. Vous savez que je suis bricoleur dans l'âme, moi, surtout dans Hitman.
I think I can open that window remotely. Scan the lock with your camera and I'll have a try.
Oh God, this isn't happening. Really? Oh, no, not now. Whatever.
Oh, mais même pas en rêve, je te fais ça.
Al-Ghazali is reaching out to his worldwide network of lawyers and financial contacts, attempting to restore the lost power base of the Providence Partners. If Ingram and Stuyvesant were asked to a meeting,
C'est pas vraiment ce que j'avais en tête.
I suspect they'd jump at the chance. There's a lounge area at the top of the building. It can be sealed off for private conversations. If we lure the targets there, they'll be trapped.
Ah ouais, moi je pensais utiliser le truc des laveurs de vitres. Non, pas du tout, faut monter à la gouttière. Oh la vache. Accrochez-vous. Il y a un Français qui fait de l'escalade comme ça sur building. Je crois que son surnom c'est Spider-Man. Allez, c'est parti.
The server room should be behind one of the doors in this hallway.
Ah ouais, d'accord. On a une cible là. Et ramène-toi par là, ça. Je te lâche ça sur la tronche. Ah non, il s'en va.
Oh, shit, I must go and get the, from what did I say?
Et apparemment, le mec de la maintenance. Hein. Ça peut le faire. La clé du concierge. Salle des serveurs.
A calendar function. We can use this to summon the partners to a fake meeting from us. All right, I'm no hacker like Olivia, but I think you need to pull one of the racks here to gain access to the terminal. Damn it. A silent alarm has been tripped. Security is on its way. Hide, 47.
Tendu, tendu. Heureusement que je leur ai pas jeté un marteau dans la tronche.
Yes, sorry about that, 47. Let's try again, shall we? I think I've got it. We'll need a key card to gain access. Someone in maintenance should have one we can borrow for a spell.
Hey, it's me. I thought about what you said. Yeah, I changed my mind. It was an insane idea to start with. Exploding golf ball. I don't want blood on my hands. I've never taken things to such an extreme before. I promise I'll start attending anger management. I know I have issues. Admit it. That's the first step, right? Yeah, I've locked the golf ball up. Not that many.
De quoi elle parlait là? Elle a une balle de golf explosive. Et je me casse de là. Je range la corde parce que sinon je vais me faire repérer. Et salut DCK, comment va? Bienvenue sur cette première vidéo d'Hitman 3. Est-ce que quelque chose a changé dans la pièce? Pas plus que ça. En fait, les données, elles étaient écrites en jaune, c'est pour ça que...
Looks like the lounge can be sealed off for private conversations. Excellent. I see the partners moving. You should join their meeting. Time to end this, 47. Building cameras are now disabled. Cameras are showing a lot of guards up here. They wouldn't suspect one of their own. Elevator doors are now open.
Faut que je me déguise en garde du penthouse. Et je pense pas qu'il y en ait des masses. Mais viens par là, toi. Ah, le marteau, ça a calmé, hein. Maintenant, faut infiltrer l'étage. Moi, ça va nickel, DCK. Toujours sur Hitman. Regardez le marteau quand même, on sait jamais, ça peut servir. Maintenant, faut que j'arrive là-haut.
Hello. Yeah, just wanted to remind you about the lockdown drill tomorrow. That's right, 900 hours. And the key cards to activate the alarm is still in the safe with the security. Yeah,
Attendez, ils sont au-dessus de moi. La canette de soda, on la prend. Il y a quoi? Coupe papier.
I'll activate the panel controlling the room's security features. When you're ready, use it to start the show.
Les escaliers.
Sir.
Oh, je me gaffe pour l'instant. Et salut Samy, bienvenue. On arrive au penthouse, les gens. Oh, le petit gavage. Je marche dans l'eau, ça peut paraître suspect. J'ai les pieds mouillés.
Where is he? Where's the Sheik?
It's a busy day for him. Surely we can give him a few moments.
Do you know what he wants to talk about?
No, but I've known this man for a long time. He wouldn't call us out.
What's this? Carl? Did you do that?
I certainly did not. I have no idea what's going on.
Gentlemen.
What's the meaning of this?
You're the one responsible for all this. Gray, what do you want?
Something that has been a long time due. Revenge.
Revenge? How banal. You killed Cobb, Navikov, Caruso, the Washington twins, everyone at Haven. You broke into our bank, and you outed Providence to the world. Whatever perceived slight we've done to you is insignificant to the amount of damage you've caused us. You've caused the world.
You're a murderous terrorist. Nothing more. What did we ever do to you anyway?
You specifically? Nothing. Providence? Everything. Providence made me. And at the flick of a pen, Providence broke me. I'm just returning the favor. Providence has ruined the lives of countless people, expecting and facing no consequence for its actions. You take for yourselves and those who support you, and you burn everyone and everything else to the ground from the comfort of the shadow.
J'écoute ce qu'il a à dire, hein, mais je vais essayer de me les faire joliment.
Exposing us achieved nothing beyond moving a few pieces around on a board much more complicated than you can fathom. The world. What would?
Me? Nothing. My friend, however, well, let's just say he's a bit of an expert. I'm just here to watch you die. 47. Finish it. 47. Finish it.
Bon, on va faire ça en mode vénère alors. Hein.
Where the hell is that security panel?
Get out. Where's the security panel?
Finally, Stuyvesant and Ingram are gone. Providence will soon be no more than a bad memory. 47. Thank you. I'll meet you at the rendezvous on the edge of town.
Allez, on déplace les corps. Est-ce qu'il y aurait des trucs à récupérer? Bah, les pièces que j'ai jetées par terre déjà, hein, oh. La vie elle est assez chère comme ça. Oh, j'aurais pu les tuer avec ça, quoi. Moi ce que je voulais c'était leur faire tomber ça au-dessus. Et d'ailleurs je me demande si on peut cibler ces trucs avec le couteau, les cordes. Apparemment non. Ok, il faut tirer avec les flingues. Bon, eh ben je me casse de là. La première mission, là, je me suis gavé. Mais il faut avouer qu'elle était pas si dure. Je m'attendais à bien pire. Ah, on aurait pu utiliser une balle de golf explosif aussi pour les faire péter. Et il y a un petit passage là. Briser le verrou avec un pied de biche pour se barrer. Ah, il y a d'autres... D'accord. Il y a d'autres scénars pour les tuer. Comme à chaque fois. J'aurais pu faire mieux. Quelque chose de, je sais pas, plus spectaculaire. Ça va aller de travers. Parce qu'au final, niveau défi, là, ça devrait pas être ouf, hein. Ah si, il faut juste suivre une autre intrigue, en fait. 3 étoiles, quand même. Pour le rang de mission. Eh ben, on va en faire une autre, les gens, hein. On va pas s'arrêter en si bon chemin. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a débloqué? Une réserve secrète dans la cuisine, le lieu de départ, l'entrée de l'atrium, corps à corps, une boule à neige, Burj Al Ghazali. Ok. Peut être marrant, un coup de boule de neige dans leur gueule. On est toujours à Dubaï, là?
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
J'espère que t'aimes la pluie. On va où? En Bretagne?
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Ok, ça pue. Mais alors lui nous a carotte le constant de bout en bout. Du coup continue l'histoire, mort dans la famille. Let's go.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Alors là, je sens qu'on va se régaler. Déjà, le décor me plaît énormément. Allez, jouer. Faut trouver le dossier et buter Alexa Carlyle.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Ok, qu'est-ce que j'ai sur moi? Mon silencieux, ça me va.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Ok, on va essayer de savoir ce qu'il fait là, lui. Le célèbre détective privé engagé par Alexa Carlyle est arrivé au manoir Stonebridge. Vous pourriez prendre son identité et en profiter pour vous rapprocher d'elle. Moi, ça me va. Lui et au pire j'ai mes pièces.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me.
Ah non, il va suivre la servante.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensitive. I just need to check stuff.
That's a bit excessive.
Manipulation 101.
Considering the fact I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside.
I guess I thought she was going to read into them and freak out. They must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Ok. On doit suivre le détective privé, mais quand est-ce que je vais pouvoir pécho son identité? Yes. dois retrouver Carlyle dans le hall. Ok.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Allez, on va suivre Fernsby.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Ok, on va fouiller la chambre.
I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Sacré piole.
A hidden door.
Porte dérobée, autre chose à récupérer.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Ils veulent que je scanne quoi avec l'appareil? J'ai pas fait gaffe. Ah oui, le corps.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Ok. Je vais éviter de le jeter par-dessus bord, lui. C'était tentant, mais non. J'ai cru que ça allait tomber, je sais pas, d'une falaise, dans la flotte, un truc comme ça. D'accord, ça se referme automatiquement.
This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Ah.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Ça fait sortir où? Ah. Ok. Nouvelle zone découverte. Le salon. Oh, je suis sûr qu'on peut faire tomber le lustre sur leur tronche. Hein. Quelque chose là. Un journal, ouais, non, je vais pas le prendre. Ah. Elle est où, elle est où? Elle est où, mamie? Elle est à l'étage. Je vais continuer de fouiller un petit peu l'étage. Hein. Le rasoir, je prends. On peut passer par la fenêtre. C'est juste pour descendre, ok. Taper la bonne avec le journal, ça pourrait être rigolo. Mais je n'en ferai rien.
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you to some really expensive.
I don't know.
Ok, on peut faire la poussière si on est en employé du manoir. Je visite, hein. Je découvre les pièces. Lui, ça a l'air d'être un bel âne. Coupe-papier, je vais pas le prendre parce que je risque de me faire gauler. Pareil pour le marteau.
Make sure you focus on your work.
Ah, il est là, lui.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here is the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Ok, il faut qu'on conclue l'enquête.
This is very useful information, 47.
Alors, les suspects. Gregory Carlyle, fils aîné d'Alexa Carlyle, suspect dans l'affaire du meurtre. Edward Carlyle, fils cadet d'Alexa. Edward est un suspect dans l'affaire du meurtre. Rebecca Carlyle, Emma Carlyle, Patrick Carlyle et Monsieur Fernsby, on l'a interrogé.
How does one solve a murder mystery?
Could you speed up time so I don't
means and
die
opportunity.
of boredom? I fear I
May I
not survive
suggest
an
you
entire
ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Ok, du coup, si je regarde les renseignements, d'accord, il y a le récapitulatif de tout ce qu'ils disent. Donc, il faut vraiment que j'enquête si je veux arriver jusqu'à Alexa Carlyle.
Just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now? A good idea.
Dans la serre, peut-être qu'il y a des plantes venimeuses dans la serre. Je vais aller regarder ça. Salle de bain. Oh, on va enquêter, hein, on va faire le Sherlock.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Ah, nouveau renseignement. Jeton pour Rebecca et Monsieur Fernsby. D'après les gardes du corps, Rebecca Carlyle et Monsieur Fernsby, le majordome, ont tous deux reçu un jeton de la Milton Fitzpatrick. En combinant les jetons, on peut accéder à un coffre particulier de la banque. Celui-ci contiendrait une copie du dossier sur Arthur Edwards. Je viens de ramasser un fusible. Salle des trophées. Où est la serre? Wow, 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 et Piaf. D'accord, tu veux être discret, tu passes à côté de ça, t'es foutu.
Tell her you want to see the records. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Moi, je veux fouiller la serre, surtout pour l'instant. Bon, on va lui parler à elle quand même.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Donc elle aussi, on peut lui demander autre chose. Donc elle aussi, elle nous aiguille vers Fernsby, mais pas directement, on va dire. Non, je ne vais pas prendre le plumeau. C'est quoi ça? Une boîte à cigares. On peut empoisonner la bouffe là, mais non. Lui aussi, on peut lui parler.
Gregory Carlyle, Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like
Comme il
to
se la
tell me?
pète, lui.
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Ok, nouveau renseignement. Lui dit qu'il est là pour profiter du spectacle. C'est pas non plus super encourageant. Allez, la salle à manger. Un tisonnier, un buste et quelqu'un à interroger. Il est occupé, Edouard? Oh. J'ai pas de poison, dommage. J'aime pas qu'on m'ignore. Arrête de jouer, je vais te fermer le truc sur les doigts. Il va pas nous parler, y a pas moyen. Et si j'interromps son truc? Oh. Voilà, c'est bon, on peut discuter, mec, parce que moi j'ai pas que ça à foutre. Hein.
Nice, nice, nice.
Ouais, nice, nice, nice. Il est content, il a trouvé 20 centimes.
Can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca, they had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Ouais, alors lui, il est bouleversé par la mort truquée d'Alexa et par le prétendu suicide de Zachary, mais il n'a rien à ajouter. Allez, les autres membres de la famille, ils se planquent où?
I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can really. I can't feel my legs. And my eyes are not working properly. This flicker thing again.
Ah, il est stressé.
You can't tell anyone. But the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I don't think that's so unbelievable. But even though Mother is still alive, we still have to go through with the funeral. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I'd try. She would definitely want to read it, no matter what. I just know she'll be disappointed in me. Again. My legs are really weak. I need you, Cassie. I'm sorry. I know. I'll hang up. Not supposed to do this. Christ, free. Bye.
Bon, ça nous a pas appris grand chose, hein. Ça me pas.
That Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste. What is it? She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell her that, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam in the back, and then moving Montgomery to the front. She's not right in her head. Why would she do that? He died almost 50 years ago. Thank God Madam Carlyle is still alive.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance.
Qu'est-ce que stupid video games? Dis pas ça, je vais te taper. Bon.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
Ok, du coup, elle était bien avec Patrick. Il a pas menti.
He just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madam Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Ok, c'est bon, on a tout appris
So 41 guests
pour
will
elle.
attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
Fake funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility
That is
having
the
a
door
baby.
to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Protect it, right? How'd you even do that?
Ok, je peux pas déverrouiller. À moins que... Non, pas de fenêtre. Bon, je vais essayer de trouver la serre à l'extérieur, les gens. Parce qu'on doit la fouiller, il y a quelque chose, hein.
She's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madam Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around? I feel weak in my knees from all this tension.
Don't worry.
J'ai récupéré un pied de biche, je peux forcer l'entrée. Un sabre? Oh. Mais quand je vais refaire le jeu et faire juste le cours, ça va être énorme en fait, hein. Du poison.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madam Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
Ok, j'ai trouvé du poison mortel chez le majordome. J'ai piqué le pass du manoir, du coup maintenant je peux ouvrir toutes les portes. Et ça c'est pas mal. Où se trouve cette serre? Là-bas. Ok. La serre. Bon, on a découvert les jardins. J'adore cette mission avec l'enquête au milieu. Je trouve ça super sympa. Ça change. Ça pose un peu le truc. Ah, et une intrigue proche.
Nope.
Madame Carlyle veut prendre une photo, semble-t-il. Si vous pouvez régler le problème de fusible manquant, je suis sûr que le portrait serait exceptionnel. J'ai piqué un fusible.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect.
Ok, je vais fouiller la serre avant. J'ai les clés normalement. Attendez, il n'y a personne qui peut me voir forcer la porte là. Je devrais trouver quelque chose dans la serre. Un kit de distillation. De la fleur qui sert de poison. Bizarre. Ouais, sécateur dehors. Je les veux. J'ai obtenu une clé.
Oh my. You're taking this hard, aren't you?
Quelque chose de spécial là? Ah non, c'est du bois. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? J'essaye le fusible. Ça pourrait être drôle. Il y a quelque chose à faire avec ça.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you if you do try. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you're not fine. You're definitely fine. I mean, I don't fancy you or anything. You're not my type at all. Oh, Christ, I'll just shut up.
Barrez-vous de là.
What? Is that those bloody kids messing around with you?
Really appreciate it if you left.
Elle veut pas se barrer, elle. Il y a moyen de faire un truc sympa. Hein.
Excuse me? I'm on it. Lovely.
Lui, je vais lui donner son fusible. Et je veux pas le maîtriser, je veux lui parler. Ah non, faudrait se déguiser en photographe.
Can you please sit down again?
Yes.
If I could just think of something interesting to say during the shoot.
Ok, en fait, il est allé faire un tour, j'aurais dû en profiter pour le buter. Bon, je vais essayer un truc, je vais faire une save là, ok? Parce qu'on sait jamais. Puis ça serait dommage vu qu'on était lancé sur l'enquête. Hop là, il m'a vu sortir une arme lui. Comment je fais? J'ai plus de pièces pour faire distraction. Il va me voir là. J'essaye de me déguiser. Allez. On a le costume du photographe.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
Allez, fais voir. Ouais, la photo elle est belle.
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in front of the camera.
J'ai créé une fuite d'eau. La famille arrive.
Hi, good afternoon.
Ok. Eh ben allez. Venez, venez. Bon, ramenez-vous, j'ai pas que ça à faire. On va la griller, la vieille. Elle va rien comprendre.
If you just stopped craving her approval.
Elle arrive, elle arrive.
You're nearly 50, Edward.
I know. I'm such a loser.
But you're not. You're a professor, you're artistic, you've got your music. I mean, that's really something.
It's not exactly expanding the Carlyle empire, though. But thanks. That does help a little.
Oh, je suis pressé, je suis pressé. Allez, installez-vous tous là. J'ai mis de l'eau partout. Je me suis occupé du... Ah, j'ai pas dégagé le fil, c'est quoi ce délire?
We should hurry up. This place is sucking the life out of me.
It won't hurt you to relax.
Wait.
Ah oui, là ils m'ont tous vu, et oui. Je vais charger ce que j'ai sauvegardé là. Le fil était pas du tout dénudé en fait. Ça je comprenais pas. Ah, ça reprend de là. Bon, il y en a pour 2 secondes de toute façon. Hein. Je vais faire venir avec ça. Allez, ramène-toi mon gars. Allez, viens là. Le flic, il est juste à côté de moi là. Alors là, je mets le fusible.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
On prend la photo, on ressort.
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
Le tournevis, je l'ai ramassé tout à l'heure, il me semble.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way
Ah non,
down.
là j'ai réparé la prise comme un âne.
Let's see if any memory
Dégagez le fil, oui.
play out in front of the camera.
Du coup, la save, je vais la faire là parce que je me demande si c'est maintenant qu'il faut que je crée la fuite d'eau ou si c'est après. Attendez, attendez. J'ai effacé la... Bah oui, j'ai effacé la save. Bon, bah tant pis. Je sais pas si c'est maintenant qu'il faut que je dégage ou... Bon, on va attendre qu'ils arrivent, qu'ils se mettent tous en place là. Ouais, faut qu'ils soient tous là pour la photo. Si je fais la fuite maintenant, il y a des chances qu'en fait elle se déclenche trop tôt et que ça fasse tout foirer. Donc moi j'aimerais qu'ils soient tous installés et après j'ouvre les vannes et là ça devrait le faire pour la photo. Ouais, elle va arriver, elle se pointe.
But you're not. You're a professor,
It's
you're
just in front of the
artistic, you've got your music. I mean, that's really something.
It's not exactly expanding the Carlyle Empire, though. But thanks. That does help a little.
Allez, bouge-toi la vieille. Elle arrive. Yes. Nous offrir une belle mort.
Right ahead, please.
Hurry up. This place is sucking the life out of me. It won't hurt.
Hi, good afternoon.
Relax for a minute.
I expect you to be efficient. I have a lot to see to today.
I'll do my best.
Allez, installez-vous tout le monde.
Everyone, I understand that you have a lot of questions. Please be patient for a little longer. I will address you in the sitting room afterwards. Right, get in position. Let's get this over.
Je peux pas ouvrir l'eau. Pas maintenant. Parce qu'il y a lui.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that wrong face.
If you had Gregory,
I'm fine, Rebecca. Fine? You look like a nose red. Stop.
Bon, qu'est-ce que je peux jeter là? J'ai pas une pomme, un truc. J'ai rien que je peux jeter. Si, la boîte à cigarettes à la limite.
See what that was. Take point.
No worries.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Hey, cameraman!
Putain, j'aurais dû le faire avant et merde. On charge. Voilà, on confirme. Ah, ça énerve ça, c'est vraiment des détails. Mais qui font que le jeu est très bon aussi. Parce que du coup, il faut vraiment tout regarder. Non, je vais pas réparer la fiche. Et quand la mamie elle passe sous les lustres aussi, je pourrais tirer dedans là, que ça lui tombe sur le crâne. après, faut arriver à... Intrusion, d'accord. Le photographe, il a pas le droit de rentrer dans le manoir. Ok, ça marche. Allez, bouge-toi.
Wish I didn't have to perform. It's such a joke with the whole fake funeral tomorrow.
It is, isn't it? It won't last, though. My mother will have things back in order in no time. That's what she does. Create precise order.
You're gonna want to watch your exposure around
never
here.
letting coincidence touch her.
But you're not. You're a professor,
It's just
you're
in front of the
artistic,
fountain.
you've got your music. I mean, that's really something.
It's not exactly expanding the Carlisle Empire, though. But thanks.
Allez, elle est bientôt là, elle va brailler sur tout le monde. Ils vont tous être au garde à vous parce que c'est elle qui a les ronds.
Hi, good afternoon.
D'ailleurs, j'ai pas vu Emma. Elle est là. Là, c'est elle. Ouais. Bah là qu'ils sont tous réunis, je pourrais en profiter, je remets mon truc de détective, je leur parle à tous. Allez, vas-y. Le garde du corps. En plus, c'est une chaise en métal. Au milieu de la flotte, tu m'étonnes. Elle va griller comme sur une chaise électrique.
I'll do my best.
Allez. Installe-toi. Ça va être magique.
Everyone, I understand that you have a lot of questions. Please be patient for a little longer. I will address you in the sitting room afterwards. Right, get in position. Let's get this over with.
Ils prennent déjà la pause et tout.
There's a puddle of water here. Oh, never mind. Let's just get this done, shall we?
Allez, assis-toi.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine? You look like a nervous wreck.
Stop bickering.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Elle va détendre l'atmosphère, ouais. Ah, c'est un putain, c'est... C'est magique cette mort. Oh.
That's Madame Carlisle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Bon, on saura pas qui a tué Zachary, hein. Quoique, je peux toujours recharger, hein. Ça serait sympa d'avoir la deuxième intrigue aussi. Je sais pas ce que vous en pensez dans le chat. Mais ça pourrait être cool, hein. Donc là maintenant, on doit trouver le dossier, nous. Pour ça, il va peut-être falloir qu'on monte au deuxième étage. La mort était magique. Oh, je peux prendre la corne de licorne pour tuer des gens avec. Ah, ça aussi, ce serait magique. Votre patronne, elle a pris cher. Hein. Elle est passée par où d'ailleurs? L'escalier, il est où? Trouver le dossier. Alors, là, par la bibliothèque, je pouvais grimper. Moi, à mon avis, c'est dans ces quartiers à elle. Hein.
I should let you get back to...
All right, later.
Yeah.
Mother is dead. You move that ass of yours and help me figure out what the hell is going on.
Could we please let things settle a little? You're always going at 200%.
Elle était au-dessus, il y a du monde au-dessus, on peut
Hello
grimper.
there, sir.
door to Rebecca's room.
Putain, on peut espionner de partout en fait dans cette baraque. Passage secret dans tous les coins.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Okay, donc elle a pas menti, Rebecca. Rien à prendre là. Salle de bain, il doit y avoir d'autres quartiers. Bon, là il y a l'escalier. Ah, je peux passer là, les gars. On est d'accord, merci. Pourquoi c'est une intrusion ici? La chambre de Zachary, ok. Bon, je suis grimpé à l'étage, hein.
Sorry, sir, not coming through here. Move away right now, thanks.
Je peux pas aller là. Pourtant, il va falloir, mon gars. Hein. Ça part en cahuète maintenant. Mais il y a un autre mec là dans le coin. Merde, dans mon dos.
We lost track of the bastard.
Come on, do you read? It looks like we've got an assassin on our hands. He's a bald, pale white man in his early 40s.
Ah, sacré bordel, hein. Putain, où est-ce qu'il est passé, ce mec? Il a dû sauter, je crois.
What are you, a chicken McFly?
Voilà, c'était calme depuis trop longtemps. Bon, il est où ce dossier? Ah, merde, c'est un miroir.
Can anyone please help me? I need help.
Des pièces. Ils sont en train d'enlever les corps. Ah voilà, on est dans le bureau d'Alexa. Alors si là je trouve pas, je comprends plus rien. Un bouton?
Peculiar icons above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
Ah, faut trouver le code. Bon, plus qu'à faire ça. Oh, oh, j'ai envie de prendre le pompe là. Sauf que le code, je crois que caché, genre bouteille de propane. Oh, on peut mettre une bouteille de propane là-dedans, magnifique. Voilà, pas yesh. Ah, bizarre son endroit. La corne de licorne, ouais, c'est bien beau, mais moi ce que je cherche, c'est un code là pour ouvrir un coffre.
He's scared. I heard someone crying. He's crying somewhere. You big baby.
Oh, fuck!
You all right, mate?
Oh my god! I can't look! Anyone
Ben alors.
help me!
Allez, filez, moi je veux juste me faire les gardes.
Mister, you are going down.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi?
Don't touch me! Ah! Don't touch me, help!
Karma, my friend. Back over for you. We lost the target. I got him! Right! Let's try to hit him.
Le mec qui descend serein, quoi. Hein. Allez, viens là, toi. Oh, le bordel.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Maggie. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
De quoi? C'est qui avait dépouillé machin du coup? Il faut qu'on regarde les renseignements là. Des fichiers trouvés dans l'ordinateur portable de l'avocat révèlent qu'Alexa Carlyle a perdu le contrôle de tous ses actifs, y compris le manoir. Ok. Ok, la vieille, elle n'avait plus rien en fait. Voilà mon gars. Alors le reste de la famille, il est où? Ça a buté personne ça.
Come on, man. Something serious is going down. Hello? I think something... What the hell?
Et le majordome, il est où?
This is not a drill, we have a situation.
Negative, come on. Got nothing so far.
Search formation! Need a medic here!
Et merde. Ah, en même temps, c'était joué d'avance. Hein. Qu'est-ce que je pourrais charger? On pourrait essayer l'intrigue des détectives aussi. Hein. Au pire, avant que je me mette à buter tout le monde comme un gros taré. Pourquoi pas? On va faire ça. On va faire ça. Autant voir le plus possible hein, de ce que cette mission a à nous offrir. Donc là, en fait, j'ai juste me rhabiller en détective et continuer mon enquête. Hein. Comme ça, au moins, on va pouvoir interroger tout le monde.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need
Si
to
t'es
account for
suspecté.
everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Ok, elle n'a plus rien à nous dire. Et là, au niveau de l'intrigue, en fait, on continue de suivre ça, on va dire. Hein.
Hey, good to see you. Right ahead, please.
Là, pour le coup, on a interrogé tout le monde. À part peut-être elle. Je pourrais conclure l'enquête. Mais non, je vais fouiller la chambre en haut, là. Les escaliers sont pas loin, en plus. Ouais, de la biblio, on peut grimper.
Sure am, Mr. Pensez. Coming along just fine.
I trust Patrick.
Et là-bas, ils peuvent attendre longtemps que le photographe il se pointe. Hein. Alors, est-ce qu'on va trouver qui l'a tué?
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohen. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the color number 5085. No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll hold. Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
Allez, on s'occupe du comptable. Et je veux pas le tuer, je veux pas le tuer. Je vais essayer d'en faire le minimum. J'ai pas besoin de me déguiser en avocat, je reste en détective comme ça. Alors, ça c'est fait. Comme ça, je peux fouiller l'ordinateur.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Ah, faudrait que j'en parle à Madame Carlyle. Ok. Oui, elle est pas au courant, elle. Qu'elle s'est fait dépouiller, qu'elle a plus rien. Ah bah d'ailleurs, elle est en train de remonter. Elle arrive.
Ça.
La chambre de Zachary. Eh, faut que je te parle.
Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Whitmer, you found proof of what happened to my brother?
No, not yet.
Go and see Fernsby when you do.
Retrouver Fernsby.
This is Emma and Gregory's room.
Allez, chambre d'Emma et Grégory, comme ça on continue de fouiller.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing? Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Ok, la famille toute pourrite. Rien d'autre, il n'y a pas de passage secret dans cette piole par contre. Là on pourrait mettre la bouteille de propane. quoi ça, une brique? C'est une brique.
How are you, sir?
Ouais, ça va et toi? Ouais, attends un peu. Je peux pas fouiller le corps. Après, s'il est tout seul à venir ici, lui.
This is Rogue One Actual. Tango has strangled a victim with a Shime Wazza technique. First I thought he was that private investigator guy.
Comment ça, je suis pourchassé? C'est pas possible, ils m'ont pas vu. Échec de l'intrigue. Ah non, ah non, 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 non. Là, je dis non, là, je refuse. Là, non, non, non. Non, non, ça c'est mort. Hein. Oh, on reprend à 2 minutes en arrière, là.
A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
On a fouillé toutes les chambres, là. Bon, faut qu'on aille voir Fernsby, je crois. On va faire ça, on va descendre voir Fernsby. Là, j'ai fouillé. Là, il va pas vouloir qu'on monte, lui.
Hello, sir.
Là, au pire, j'ai un costume de garde du corps. Hein. Le mec, je l'ai tué, je l'ai mis dans le coffre. Ça devrait le faire. Hein. Bon, je vais redescendre. Rez-de-chaussée. Qui n'est pas par là, il me semble. Voilà, juste ici. Il me semble avoir tout fouillé dans cette baraque maintenant.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Ah, il y a quelque chose dans sa cheminée.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47. The handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Alors, c'est pas Fernsby qui l'a tué, mais je peux le jeter en pâture, en gros.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
On va le jeter en pâture. Je vais faire ça. Parce qu'il est tard. La vérité, ça sera pour une autre fois. Mais je la chercherai. Obligé, c'est un des autres. Et là, au moins, il nous fait accéder à l'étage. C'est ça qui est important.
Greetings, sir.
Elle est énorme, cette mission. Moi qui adore en plus un peu les jeux d'enquête et tout.
Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Ah, c'est Emma qui l'a tué. Bon, bah, accusez Monsieur Fernsby.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Elle nous donne le dossier? On n'a pas à la tuer?
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting.
I need some privacy.
Sir.
Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carla.
Ok.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Eh ben voilà, ça c'est fait. J'ai préféré le meurtre par électrocution quand même, quand on la prenait en photo, mais là, voilà, elle nous a filé le dossier. Une intrusion, ah, autant pour moi. Je pensais que je pouvais aller partout. Mais du coup, là, on se barre. Tranquille. Pratiquement pas de victimes, pas de carnage. On localise la sortie. Et on se casse. Les escaliers sont là. Le manoir, il est magnifique, hein, quand on prend le temps de regarder les tableaux, les dorures, les effets de lumière. J'adore cette série de jeux. C'est vraiment une tuerie. Ah, soyez sûr que les DLC, on les fera, et puis qu'une fois qu'on aura fini tout ce qu'Hitman 3 a à nous offrir, je ferai péter Hitman Absolution, qui était un de mes jeux préférés à l'époque quand il était sorti. Et c'est un bundle en plus, il y a 2 jeux, il y a Hitman Absolution et l'autre je le connais pas par contre. Enfin, voilà, on va en bouffer de l'agent 47. Hein.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
De quoi? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il y a des défis, je sais même pas ce que ça représente, la tête de licorne. Est-ce que c'est parce que j'ai arraché la corne ou... Parfait. 32 000 XP, c'est quand même pas... 5 étoiles, le rang de mission. Ah oui, prendre son temps, au final, ça paye les gens. Et passer niveau 70, 71 même. Eh ben, je suis super content là. Donc défi 13 sur 129, intrigue 2 sur 3. Donc l'autre intrigue, la dernière qui reste, c'est de trouver, je pense, le vrai coupable. Et là, ça a dû débloquer des trucs. Le crochet MK3. Ok. Le point de retrait de l'agence, la salle de bain. Réserve secrète dans la zone de livraison. Réserve secrète dans la serre. Le lieu de départ, le jardin, déguisé en jardinier. Lieu de départ, la salle du personnel en agent de sécurité. Génial. Pistolet silencieux, discret, portée réduite, visée stable. Eh ben, là, un petit gavage. Allez, la petite cinématique qui va bien.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
Non. Pour sauver 47.
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
C'est chelou comme elle cut. Et pourquoi ça s'est relancé? C'était quoi ce bordel là? Attendez. C'était pas naturel comme ça. Ça s'est coupé. C'est ça, vous ne lui devez rien. La cinématique. Bon, je pense qu'en gros, elle dit que l'agent 47, il loupe jamais sa cible, quoi. Mais c'est pas la première fois, même dans la mission, dans la cinématique, l'homme derrière, ça cut assez brutalement. Je sais pas si c'est un bug. Bon, en tout cas, il nous reste encore de quoi nous faire plaisir. Hein. Et cette mission, elle m'a épaté, hein, mort dans la famille. Quand même assez énorme au niveau de l'intrigue et la façon de faire les missions. On a Prédateur perché encore, fin d'une ère, qui doit être assez ouf, ça doit se passer au Japon, ça. Et l'adieu, intouchable. Oh, on a encore de quoi se faire plaisir sur Hitman, les amis. Donc écoutez, merci d'avoir visionné. Moi, je vous dis à très très vite pour la suite des aventures de l'agent 47. Et dans la semaine, on fera également la démo de Resident Evil 4, le remake. Voilà, moi je vous souhaite une bonne nuit et je vous dis à très vite. C'était loul5100. Ciao, ciao, ciao.